you're here, make a noise.
There were some bitches. They were fucking around. Now they shall find out.
Is it Yora?
We'll see.
Yora is some bitches. It's me. I'm some bitches.
I'm the some bitches.
So first things first, at the top of the order here. The first part of the crazy plan works as Blake suddenly shuts up.
Hooray!
There is a few tense moments for all of you, even into the back of the room. Those of you that are like running towards the stairs, where the background melody that you were almost not even aware of at this point cuts off, and you all catch yourselves suddenly feeling the like immense weight of the silence as that the sound you had gotten used to momentarily vanished. You wait for a few heartbeats before hearing the gradual sounds of a displeased red dragon.
All according to Keikaku. Keikaku means plan.
Blake is going to step aside 15 feet as the red dragon leans down and is going to fire a flame breath directly forward.
Oh no! Oh no! How far does it reach?
I'm pretty sure you're getting hit based on the measurements that I saw Rin doing.
I've got one spell slot left for absorb elements. Here it goes.
Does this count as a projectile?
Yes, fucking bend the fire. Connery is the avatar.
I need to actually find out like how big the cone is.
I feel like for most dragons it's 60. Unless it's very, very old.
Yeah, 60.
Oh, good, I'm safe.
You are safe. However, a certain elf put himself in harm's way.
I mean, I literally had to. Even if I backed up a step afterwards, I had to get within 60 feet of the monk, and that was that's where that put me.
I hope you survive this.
I'm at mostly full health, and I can reduce the damage by half, and half again if I save, so...
Watch it be force.
Thankfully, this dragon is pretty on brand for fire, so... Sarah fails automatically, but I need you, Vanali, and Yora to make dexterity saves.
Oof, well, that's not a save.
It was not a save for her either.
But I will absorb.
Do you have any charges of favored by the gods still?
I only get one, unfortunately.
Oh, that's right. I thought that. Oh yeah, I was thinking. What's the one that you get a number of times equal to your proficiency? Or am I thinking of something different?
Yeah, nothing on the sorcerer. By default, anyway. There might be a few subclasses that came out of Tasha's that do that.
Alrighty, so... Rainbow, roll me 2d6. Richter, roll me 2d6.
Sure.
We are hands in our own destruction.
Sure. And then Juju, and then Midi, and then you, Kaiser.
2d6?
2d6 from all of you.
Oh, God.
What the fuck is that roll?
Then I inverted it.
I hate you, roll 20 so fucking much.
Roll 20 is just fucking us over today.
So, quick maths, 32?
I can take 16 damage, that's easy.
Wait, so 32 to everybody?
Okay, so
No, just me and NPCs.
yep. So you will take 32 fire damage.
I'm
Vinali.
casting Absorb Elements to reduce that.
Yura will draw upon the light that she stole from Mish's soul, and is going to use Blood Curse of Exposure on you.
Okay. I'm going to assume that that means that I am vulnerable to the
negates.
damage. So I would just take the straight 32 then, because I'd still be resistant to it.
Let
I
me.
think. I don't know. How does that overlap?
All right. So you need to make a con save.
Okay.
Which beats Mish's DC. So yeah, so that will just mean you lose your resistance to it. So you will take 32.
Still fine. Not great, but fine.
That was about to be even more terrifying based off of the. Whoa.
Still in the fight.
Yep. She also, let's see, your Hemocraft die is a D6, Richter, right? Normally.
Yep.
So she rolled a 6. She took 38 damage from that, or whatever it was.
Yeah, be 38.
Okay. Yeah. You guys are hurting the low teens level character. Good job.
The what?
Oh, God.
Low teens level, he said.
Oh. I mean, technically, this is all self-inflicted when you think about it.
Is it
Not-
though?
Not really.
I don't think any of that. I think only like 4 of that was self-inflicted, and she's taking a lot more than 4.
I meant in the sense that this is more Ren beating himself up.
I mean, that's a kind of a stupid way to look at it. Vinali did more than half of that if you consider that it was his action that caused the dragon to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Vinali did the vast majority of damage there.
So you guys look down the hallway to see the roaring red dragon clench its mouth shut as the 60-foot gout of fire that it released blackens and chars the whole area here that used to be having the lightning fence above it. I'd say like the heat of that alone pretty much vaporizes like all of the water in this pool here. So there's also just like a wall of steam rising up around the dragon, which what you guys back there can only see through it is just like 2 glowing red eyes.
Oh god.
Vinali, his clothes slightly disintegrating from the heat, still somehow stands.
And that's
Biggest
my
number
concentration check, which is not a 16, so rack drops.
Alrighty. Also,
Unfortunately.
let me check. Yeah, that's so much damage. I don't think Sarah's going to regen from that super soon. Okay, so that was the dragon. Now I will do Yora.
Yeah, this might be it for me.
Oh, no.
All right, one arm, having returned to her side, but still, sort of like cracked and broken and at like an odd angle. Her fingers still spread out, almost as if they're talons instead of normal appendages. She will sort of stride up to stand in front of you. All of this for one little girl's soul. Well, fine. I'll just take yours instead.
Oh shit. Oh fuck.
Alright, so 3 attacks against Finale.
And I know.
I get the feeling my 16 AC probably won't cut it.
That's a 21, a 30, and a 29 to hit.
First one hits, the other 2 miss.
Alright. The integer overflow. Alright, yeah, do you want a cool number? Because otherwise I won't roll all these d12s.
Go for it. Why not? I'm sure I'm instant jibbed, but
Alright, I gotta count then. Oh god. The first 2 were a 12 and an 11.
Jesus.
yeah.
Fuck.
Alright, 64 damage total.
That's enough to instant kill me. Not by much, surprisingly, but it is enough.
Yeah, I know it sounds scary, but like she is a spellcaster. Her melee attacks isn't like they're not supposed to be her strongest suit. So I feel like most of you are retreating. Connor, you kind of have a front row seat here.
Yeah,
You watch you watch Yora stalk up to Vinali and claw extending, the flesh cracking and revealing yet more scales the more she moves. She just 3 leisurely swipes just claws ribbons of flesh out from his torso.
Oh fuck. Well, Connery's yelling very angrily.
It's not going to do anything, but interestingly enough, even if I die, the spiritual weapon stays for the full minute.
That's funny. Something interesting happens as Vinali dies. As the body crumbles, the shadow at his feet from the overhead light deepens, and as he falls, he seems to almost fall into it through the floor. And when it's gone, you see Vinali's shadow, but you don't see a body.
What the fuck?
The pendant thing?
Interesting.
is his soul being like?
You don't see it. A fact that it's about to be your turn. As you are about to come to action here, you see, beginning to distress you are very much.
So his soul is not there. So she can't use his soul.
She is standing over a shadow that is being cast by nothing and sort of like looking around, waiting for the soul to appear.
Oh fuck. Okay.
It is your turn now, Connor.
Oh god, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't think is Vinali's soul something or not soul, his shadow something I can grab and run away with?
You are welcome to attempts to, but it looks just like a shadow.
Oh god, it hurts so bad, but I'm gonna have to run away. Connery definitely cannot take on all of these by himself. So he's gonna use Step of the Wind, which
Just sing for the dragon. No, I'm just
I'm
kidding.
not singing for the dragon. I've got 2 stacks of exhaustion on me.
Yeah, your throat's a bit froggy for that.
Yeah. Does Step of the Wind need?
It's a key point, yeah.
So I'm gonna use Step of the Wind.
So now you're a frog, Zoan? I'm confused.
Huh? Yes.
Step of the ribbit.
The wind, I get wings unfurled, so I can just jump over this.
You can just fly over it, yeah.
Yeah, so I can just fly right over the lava. I'm fine.
Yeah, I think with your total, if you step at the wind and dash, you move what? 60 feet total, yeah? Does step of the wind double your movement speed?
It just lets you dash as a bonus action.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, 60 feet total.
So then, okay, that'll get me there.
Alright, you are all joined up, sans finale.
And sans, the other one?
Sans the NPC, yeah, who is, very fucked. Fucked harder than her permanent regeneration can keep up with.
Vinali was going to try to get to her, but that was never going to happen. He would have failed trying to climb. So
Yeah, he doesn't have spider bear powers.
yeah, and he had disadvantage on ability checks and not great strength. So, but he was going to die either way there because that was his next move.
All right, Cal.
I'm going to continue to drag what's left of Mish out, since there wasn't really...
I suppose I should say you are all gathered here. Are you making a collective break for the stairs? Are you going to use the moss stone? What is your group exit strategy?
Well, we have an unprotected soul. Don't know how well the moss stone's gonna work.
Alright, so you'd like to run up the stairs then?
Yeah. Could I try and shove the soul back in Mish's body? Maybe use it as a soul incubator?
You can attempt to do so.
I don't know if any of you would consider this at the moment, but you are leaving behind your pilot.
I think we can figure it out. He's dead anyway. What's he gonna do? We're fucked either way.
Well, no, I meant, going via the maw or trying to escape the building. If you escape the building, you're not going anywhere.
So this was an island, right?
Yes.
Correct.
We can swim.
Did they only have... Swim a vicious corpse. No. Yeah, isn't the water filled with dragons?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. That answers my question about the boat then. Fuck.
those of us left, we can figure out how to at least get the airship moving.
Yeah,
Or-
how hard is it to start flying? Usually it's the landing that sucks.
Our 3 collective brain cells.
I think Panic's fumbling. We'll get it figured out.
Well,
I know how to pilot a regular ship. It'll be fine.
I was gonna say, to be fair, Cal is proficient in vehicles.
Yeah, so we can do it.
Okay. Is
You'll
that
make
the
it.
route we want to go?
Make a good college try.
And the party was never heard from again.
I do love because D&D doesn't really draw a distinction. It's like, yeah, I've driven a horse and wagon before. Sure, I can pilot an airship.
So you guys are running for it. I'm just trying to gauge the collective desire here.
What do you guys feel? I'm willing to punch demons now for Mission Soul.
What about Finale? Are we just gonna leave him there?
There's nothing of me to get.
There's nothing there.
I don't know where I'm going to end up. That's very interesting and also concerning.
Well, you said you would like to put Mish's spirit back in her body.
I would like to give it a good old college try.
Alright, something interesting happens as you attempt to do so. You're not exactly sure what all you are expecting out of this. I mean, you literally just sort of take the spirit and like push it into Mish's chest, like hoping it will just go inside, right?
Yeah.
You press the soul against her, and it does sort of sink in, and you hold your hands there, hoping for a few moments that maybe it'll just work. Forehead, Fisher Price, bring people back to life. I'd say definitely Connery. You're one of the more observant individuals here with your passive perception. You'll notice, I mean, especially amid all the other fire behind you, a flicker catches your eye as you look up at the giant unicorn bust on the ceiling up ahead. Its eyes look down at you all and seem to wink. And Mish's chest rises and falls.
Is that thing alive?
Connery's losing it.
He's so tired.
The blood loss is getting to him.
You know, and watching one of his friends get murdered. So, you know, while they're watching his other friend's corpse. It's been a tough day. We all need a nap, I think.
Did I get murdered?
We don't know yet. We'll figure it out.
It looked like murder to Connery, that's all that matters.
TBD.
Alright,
I
so
mean, you were definitely sent to the. What is that? Nah, never mind.
The Shadow Realm.
to the
I
Shadow
was gonna
Realm, Yugi boy.
say the ranch.
What?
I was gonna say the ranch dimension, but is there a spicy ranch? I don't know.
Spicy ranch.
I do like the idea that Vinali's soul is spoken for like 3 different things now.
Well, I think that's most of us at this point.
Vanelli's in the upside down right now, be careful.
Alright,
There.
so we don't have to be strictly in initiative order here. But you guys, you said collectively are going to try and run right now with the just carrying the body of Mish.
Yeah, Mitty will take over that duty. It might be easier for him.
Alright. Alrighty. Guys, make your way up the stairs. Some of you trying to look back and see everything that you can. Others afraid to look back to see what you can. You know that you are leaving one ally you brought with you here, and also leaving one of your companions that you have traveled this far with behind you as you go.
Did anybody else see the shadow left behind when Benali was killed, or is Connery the only one who saw that?
It kind of, I'll say it's up to your characters how much, like, sort of where your attention was in this moment. It was, in general, like, kind of a hard thing to see because it's, like, who's expecting the body to, like, go into the shadow, right? I'd say you're the only one who noticed for sure that the shadow remained there, but I'd say other people could have definitely watched him fall. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
As you are climbing the stairs and trying to put as much distance between you and her as possible, you hear Dragon roaring and sort of raging against the disturbance. Interestingly, despite the fact that the rack spell, the concentration on it ended, Blake does not resume singing. The dragon is left to rage, and as you put floors and floors between you and this sort of chamber below, you can hear and in some cases feel the rumbling beneath your feet of further gouts of fire and other destruction wrought by the creature. It is with shaking limbs and near delirium that you guys, as a group, make your way back to the airship. Cal doing a medal-worthy attempt to maintain an air of normalcy here can take the wheel and attempt to get the airship into the sky. As this happens, I want to describe what is going on in the internal narrative of two characters here, happening sort of simultaneously. Mish, when we left you, you were being unraveled by it. From the moment that Vinali's Thunderball went off and broke the chains, and especially once yours incantation was broken and your bear friend Mitty began literally hauling you from the jaws of death with his bare hands. Haha, bear pun. You began to feel yourself being pulled away from it. And it recoiled from the sensation of that. It hated the sensation of that. You hear, again, not quite in your head or in your ear or in even your soul, but more foundationally to your being, do you quote unquote hear this? Don't leave. It is only in contact that I am. Don't leave. It is only by unmaking that I am made. Don't leave. It is only by touching that I feel. Don't leave. Don't leave. Don't leave. Don't. And then you are withdrawn from it.
Excuse me.
Not quite whole anymore. Frayed around the edges and singed from your proximity to it. It is with gentle renewing flames that you are returned unto yourself, and the breath of life once again flows through Mish's veins.
As the breath of life leaves mine.
In another place, not quite aware of yourself, Finale, you are kind of beyond the point of pain here. You register there should be some, and some of its lingering effects definitely make the edges and periphery of your experience distorted and sharp. But it's not really a sense of feeling. You're having an out of body experience. The Avari around you, dozens of them, huddle close in the darkness. You see young and old, male and female, all clad in similar garb, all bearing not just a similar pendant, but the same pendant, huddled very near you, protectively, comfortingly. The oldest of them will whisper to you, "We will protect it. No demon, no undead, nothing shall befall you. We will guard you, as a grave knight should."
I'll just kind of nod and look around as understanding kind of dawns that, yep, I'm definitely dead. And just ask, is this my afterlife?
It is to be for a time, one of the women will speak. We will watch over you until it is safe, as we have watched over ourselves, our kin, our blood. You bear the mark, so you too are worthy of this long, safe sleep.
And I'll spare a moment to think of my allies and hope that they made it out okay, that my sacrifice was worth it. And I suppose I'll rest and try to recover my phantom wounds.
Metal Gear Solid 6.
Somewhere very deep beneath the cradle, in a forgotten barrow that used to be tended by the builders, but is one of an unfortunate large number of their establishments that, as their population dwindled, they just didn't have the people to protect and man anymore, so it's fallen into disrepair. In the mausoleum, buried underneath, where the ancestors rest, there is one tablet that has a name of the kin buried there. And at the very bottom of the list, Venali Hondes is scribed into place.
Boy, you talked about how self-sacrifice was a theme in this fight.
Yeah, not yeah, not was my intention, but indeed it was. So I think that is a good place here as the airship pulls away from Old Irons. I think I'm going to call the session. But before we wrap up, beneath the facility, Blake watches passively, unharmed by all the back and forth of the contest because neither side wanted to hurt him. He leans against the wall as, after much ado and arduous wrestling, the superior dragon claims dominance in the contest. And, grumbling beneath her breath, Yora begins the meticulous work of undoing the iron cage and wire frame that anchors Sarah's soul to her flesh. It's going to take some time, but at length she'll unearth it. And then she'll have her Mist Dragon. That is where the session is over.